Hey, my name is Jose. I'm from Manrussi. We are located here in Duluth, Georgia, United States. And this is our new car. Today we are working with Carputech. This is basically an ambient or car accessory brand. They are located in China, but they deliver and ship all around the world. And they sent us this kit. This is the complete Carputech kit. It's going to be a new ambient kit for this car. Of course, it doesn't come like this in the packaging. It comes super protected and everything, double layer for protection. I just opened the box before, that's why it looks like this. I want to show you guys. This is not like the regular ambient kit. This is literally a new one. It replaces the stock trim panels. I put new ones, and they have different designs and everything. So the idea with this video is to show you guys how to install it, properly install it into these cars. This is how the kit looks, and it's gonna have lights moving all the way here. This is for the front dashboard. So it replaces literally the entire trim panels of the car. So it's gonna have lights in the dashboard, it's gonna have lights in the doors, it's gonna have footwell lights, and for the center dashboard and everything, center console. So yeah, that's it. This is how the kit looks, and we are going to install it for this wonderful Honda Civic Si. This is the Si version, which means it's only 2 doors, but there's a 4-door version too. This kit is supposed to be installed in the 4-door version. It's not even available for the 2 doors. So I talked with them and I let them know that I have the 2 doors version, and they sent me it's literally the same kit, but the doors are different because these doors are bigger. Just because of that, they sent me strips to replace instead of replacing the entire trim panels, we're gonna have to install the strips like a regular ambient kit, but it also comes with the speaker light for doors and everything, so it's gonna be fine. If you guys have the 4-door version, it can be the Type R, the hatchback, the SI with 4 doors. The kit is going to replace your stock trim panels too. So, well, keeping that in mind, we are going to start with the installation. And yeah, this is basically all that we need. Just a little tools, and I will show you guys the tools that we need to start with this. Okay, so the first step to start working into the car is going to be disconnecting the battery. Some people decide to do it even without disconnecting the battery, and it is possible, but it's a risk that we don't have to take. Why would you work in a car that has electricity on? It's just better to unplug it. So I'm gonna show you guys. If you guys never did this thing before, maybe doing anything to the car, it's super easy. So everyone can do it. It's a DIY. Well, you guys understand what I'm saying, right? Well, the thing is, my idea is to show you guys how to start doing it. So first thing, we're gonna need a 10 socket, number 10 socket. This is just a drill that you can use. You guys can use a ratchet or whatever 10 socket you guys have, and pop the hub, right? Then we are going to get close to the battery, and we are going to disconnect the battery. Start disconnecting this negative port. We don't need to disconnect the positive, just the negative. That's going to be enough. No one disconnected this battery a long time ago. So we are going to hide the port here. The idea, save the screws and save the washers and everything. We don't want to lose them. And if you guys drop it down there like I did, just use a magnet to remove them. Okay, so keeping that in mind, have this thing separated from the battery. Have something, it could be a cloth or something to cover it like this. Make sure it's right. Just put it like that, and that's our first step down, right? So after that, we are going to go inside the car. It doesn't have power at this moment, so it's gonna be easier to not cause any damage to the car. Well, now we are here inside the car. First thing to have in mind, open the doors as much as you guys can, because we have to remove this cap right here, and it's going to leave us more space to work inside the car, right? Same with the seats. I pulled the seats all the way back, and I have way more space to move inside the car and not drop anything. So first step, we are going to need these kind of tools. These are plastic tools designed to remove all the trim panels so you guys don't cause any damage to them. Always keep this in mind. If you guys are removing metal, you guys can use metal tools. if you guys are removing plastic, leather, or whatever is delicate, use plastic tools. Because the metal is stronger and it's going to bend, it's going to scratch, it's going to damage the parts, and we don't want that, right? So even if we are going to remove them and we are not use them anymore, we want to have them in nice condition in case you guys want to sell it or toss it to the trash. That's up to you guys. But in my case, at least I want to keep all in the best position, in the best condition possible. So let's start with these things. First, we are going to take these kind of tools. This one might be harder, but go here and find a weak spot. Could be like this one, and start going like this and pull. That's it. That's our first one that we remove, and there's two big pins right here. Let's wait there, and we are going to remove the other one. As you guys saw, I started with the super thin piece because these ones doesn't have like a big gap to start from there. So let's start with this one, and in this case, just push to the other side. Have this movement in mind. You guys introduce this part and start doing this. Do this, and the pins are going to start going out. That's the easiest way to do it. Okay, so went out super easily. All right, so once we are here, there's two large pins that are all the way in. So don't do this. Don't start pulling this way because you guys are going to cause damage to this part and possibly break it. So what are you guys going to do? You are going to pick the same tool, insert it right here, and start doing the same movement until you guys remove it. As you guys can see, there's a large pin all the way in, and just because of the plastic tool that we use, we didn't cause any kind of damage to the piece. If we use a different one, some people recommend using this kind of hooks. It works sometimes, but as long as you guys do this, it's going to cause damage instantly. So don't use this one, always the plastic ones. All right, so we are going to do the same thing here. Go all the way up and start doing that, and that's it. Remove. So those are our first parts that we have to remove. Okay, and next step. All right, so now that we did that, we are going to remove this too. In this case, I will use a bigger one because it has a way bigger gap right here, so it's gonna be easier. Just insert them here and do the same thing. Out. Super easy. Same thing with the other one. Just insert the plastic tool here, and you guys can push a little bit and pull. Super easy, right? Okay, we are going to use the same tool that we used before, and we are going to remove the climate control panel. What are we going to do? Just pull with your hands right here. We don't even have to use the other one, right? So same here. Don't do this. Don't do this. We have to be very careful doing this because when you guys twist pins, it's super easy to break them. So always pulling down, pulling out, like in a straight line, okay? So if we did one side first, then do the other side, pull into the middle. Now, these things are useful not to pull, but to push the clips. So we are going to push the clips right here in the middle, in the connectors. We can use these ones, or if you guys have nails, you guys can use nails. Easy, right? Some of them are way easier to remove, so in those cases, we are going to use this hook. Super easy, all right? So the AC is removed now. Next step. All steps and steps and steps. It's not hard. Inside of the main unit, it's gonna be those screws inside. There's 4 screws inside. 2 of them have right here in the middle. We have 4 screws, right? So we have 2 there and we have 2 there. What are we going to do? Do you guys see this metal part right here? It's here and it's in the other side. Those are the supports for the screen to our main unit. So we are going to remove this screw and we are going to remove this screw. Okay, so we took our number 8 and we are going to remove them. Just try to be gentle. We don't want to lose the screws. This is the center console, and if we lose them or they go out of place, the most common path that happens to a lot of people is that the screws fall inside our dashboard, and we don't want that because they are going to find a way all the way down the car, and that's gonna be a pain in the A. So once we did that, we are going to remove the main unit, which is easy. It's gonna be 2 clips right here. You can pull and it is out. Okay, so we are going to take this hook again. Again, it's not to pull, it's just to push the pins. So don't pull a lot because those cables are not super long. They are just in that place, so don't pull with strong. This is the position that we can move the screen. Be careful not to scratch the screen. And we are going to press the tabs right here just to start removing the connectors. Let's start with the small one. All right, let's do it again with this one. They are color labeled, so we are not going to make mistakes with them. Just disconnect them, all of them. To remove our dashboard trim panels, okay? So first one, it's gonna be this small one. Just pull it gently like this, and it's gonna come out. Then we are gonna do the same thing with this one. Just pull and put this tool inside here and start doing the same thing that I told you guys before. Be gentle, we don't want to break it. If you guys are applying a lot of pressure and it's not going off, so just go to the hardest part and insert this thing. All right, it's out too. And once we have all of them out, the next step is to start modifying these ones and put the new ones here. Just install them all back and connect the main unit to the screen, and that's it. It's gonna be easy. So take all these pieces out and let's start modding them to put the new. Okay, so the next step is gonna be modifying the pins for these panels. So we are going to take out the box, the ones that we have. Basically, this is going to replace this one, and well, it's pretty much similar. The texture is a bit different, but of course with the lights it's going to be way better than the stock. So that's gonna be our first step. We are going to remove the original one from all the supers and replace it with the new one. So I recommend a small table like this one. It's practical, you guys can put it in everywhere. And I put this protection here so it doesn't get scratched. We are going to take all of them out of the box. You guys can see Carputech is very careful. They always take care about the pieces that they send. So all of them have protection, which is good because they don't get scratched easily. That's a nice way to work. So first we have our new ones here. You guys can see all of them. The color is a bit different, right? But they look good. They actually look way too good. So let's start doing it. We need to remove all this plastic trim from the stock ones to put it into the new ones, and same with the pins. So in order to remove the pins, we are going to need one of these things, and the only thing that we need to do is to put this right here and pull a little bit. It can happen, but of course we are going to try to use our fingers. Sometimes it happens, but it's better if you guys do this. All right, that's it. And these pins are going to be installed into the new ones. They are supposed to be a perfect fit, so just put it into the place, push a little bit, and that's it. Now it is transferred. Of course, don't have to find the other one, which is just behind me. So let me get it. And here it is. We are going to put it into the other one. Right? There's several methods to do it. Just try to find the one that works best for you. Here it is, that's the second one. And now we just need the third one. I have different methods. One of these is just by pulling against the table, and that's it. Here it is. That's our stock piece, which is basically out now. And do you guys see this metal, this little, this is just tape. This is made to not cause any kind of vibrations between them and to make a perfect seal. Our Carputech one doesn't come with that. It's not going to cause a lot of vibrations, and it's not supposed to cause any vibrations. But if you guys have tape to do that small thing, instead of leaving it like that, just put the tape. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. All right, I will recommend you guys to use this kind of tape. This is for the brand SWRT. It's basically cloth tape. It's super good. It's one that holds super strong, and this is the one that Audi, Mercedes, BMW uses in their harnesses. So you guys can clearly say that it's a good tape for electrical issues. And the harness tend to move inside the car and cause vibrations, like rattling sounds and stuff. This tape is not only good to hold super strong the wires in position, it works to make better connections, to hold them in place. It doesn't conduct energy, or electricity, so it's way better to be used in harnesses, but it can be used in this thing too. So we can just take a little bit of the piece right here, and we are going to put it into the place, so just the middle, same place as the other one, and we can do this thing. Just make sure that it doesn't go out like here. You guys can see, so if I put it like this, you guys don't see the tape, and that's gonna be hide by this piece. Okay, so it's going to hold better, it's not going to cause any kind of vibration. Right, so once we are here, you guys will notice that the panel is pretty much the same as the stock one. It has the pins and it has everything. It's going to connect the way we need it, and we are going to take this piece back, which is the stock one, and we are going to install it again. So just put these little tabs 1 2 3 1 2 3, and we are going to come here and push them back in place. Be careful with the connector. Push them a little bit so you guys put everything in position, and once we did that, just push all the way once we hear the clips, until we hear the clips. That's the second clip, that's the third clip, and that's our last clip. So doing that, now we have our beautiful piece replaced with the new one, light integrated, and it fits perfectly. So right, that's gonna be the first one. This is the stock and this is the new one. And all right, first one's done. Let's do the same with all the others. Always drink water, it's important for us. All right, second one done. Literally the same as the original one. So now we are going to do the hardest one. It's basically the same thing, although this one is bigger, but it's literally the same. So in this case, we are going to, first of all, need a screwdriver, and we are going to remove 2, 4, 5 screws right here, and that's it. So we are going to start from this side, if possible. We are going to start from this side, and they are actually same pins as the other ones. So we can do this. Push this inside and pull a little bit. Not a lot, just a little bit. Okay? Like this. And they are out super easily. Alright, once you guys did that, this is the original the original part. The next step is gonna be tucking them into this new place. We which is gonna be basically the same. Just push it in place. Super easy. And this one is gonna be held by screws. So push it with 2 hands until you guys hear the clip. If you guys don't hear the clip, it means it's not all the way in. And if you guys see that it goes into place and it doesn't do the clip, just don't keep pushing, okay? The most important part is that the little clip is gonna be inside it. So next step, we are going to install our screws back. Alright, so once we did this, as you guys can see, we swapped everything. Everything's back in place. So screws and everything, it's kind of hard to push the screws back in place because this is plastic, and the plastic, at least in the original one, has the threads done. These are new pieces that don't have the threads, so you have to manually push them inside, and it's hard because you guys are literally melting the plastic and doing the thread, pushing by hand, so it's hard to do it. And it takes a little bit, it's tiring, but once we finish, we are going to have something like this. Okay, so it literally looks exactly like the original piece. Of course, the color is a bit different and it has the lights, but we have successfully swapped the piece with the other one, and literally perfect fitment. Same with the pins, same with everything. It's literally the perfect fitment. So now our next step is to put everything back in place. I'm going to show you guys the new pieces that we have right here. These are going to be our 3 new replacement parts, and this is basically how they look. Right here is the first, right here is the second, right here is the third. I didn't talk to you guys a lot about the safety. Try to not pull these cables because they are super thin and they're super easy to break them. But I think it's like common sense, right? Those are the connections, so just be careful with them. We don't want to break them. Okay, so once we are here and we did the other ones, the other dashboard, we are going to take the center console ones, which is basically the same process. As you guys can see, it's a perfect fit. Basically, they're literally the same pieces, but the material is a little bit different. Of course, this one has the lights integrated right in the middle, right here in this area. So yeah, we are going to swap the pins. It's gonna be the same process as the other one. Just lift it from one side and hold it with the hand. Push it in the finger like this is the best way to remove them, and then put it into the other one. So, having all these components right here, all of them, once we have all of them right here into this place, they are now finished and ready to be installed inside the car, basically replacing the other ones. So, let's hop inside the car, drill the hole for the center console light, and let's install them back. Okay, so back here inside the vehicle, we are going to have this light. This right here, this light, it says center console light, storage light, which is basically the light that goes right here. And we are going to look for the medium part, like the mid part of it, which is basically here, all the way here in the middle. And we are going to use the bit that comes with the storage light. This is big bit, which is supposed to be used to drill holes, to make a big hole with just this exact same diameter, and it's gonna be right here in the middle. So let's put it into the drill right here, and let's do a hole. Try to make it right in the middle. Right, you guys get stuck like me in this position, just remove it, and right here it is. It made a perfect hole. This one, saying you guys, it made a perfect hole. And now we are going to take this extra slide and we are going to put it like this and push it down, push it up, apply a little bit strong force right here, and here we have it. Okay, so now that we are here, we are going to remove it could be basically one of the easiest steps here is removing this part. In all the Hondas, this is super easy to remove. Just put the fingers here and pull, and do the same on the other side, and that's it. Super easy, right? So it has one connector with one pin, just the same as the other ones. Just press the tab and remove it. All right, and that's it. The entire piece is out. So here, one of the most important parts, the kit came with this button. This button is supposed to go right here. So we are gonna come here to this side and we are going to push the tab and it's gonna be out. Super easy, right? So now we are going to put this one into the place and push it in place. That's it. Now we have the connection here. All right, super easy. Okay, so we are going to leave that piece in one side because we are going to start with all the module installation. This is the main controller box. You guys can see it here. It literally says main controller box. So this is the one that controls all your boxes and basically control all of the lights. So this connector right here is our main control box power. It's all labeled, is the one that has campus cable, so they are all divided in colors. And this is the adapter to change or swap the main connector of your screen. So the first step that we need is to route the cable. So the only thing that you guys need to do is to run the wire all the way in behind this big piece of plastic and pull. Once you guys done that, the connector is gonna be right here, just enough to connect the light. So that's the only thing that we need to do with that part. So we are going to put it back and connect this button. Right, everything's back in place, and now we have these buttons right here working in case that we want to change the colors with these buttons. And now we have our connector right here. When we have this connector right here, and we can pull a little bit more so we have space, and we have this one. So coming back to our harness, we are gonna look for the biggest one, and that one is gonna be connected right here to this extension, and this one is going to provide power to our main box. All right, so now we connected that one right there is place. That's the only connector. There's no way to make a mistake here. There's another one which is very similar, but it's a bit larger. So this extension is just going to connect to the main one. There's no way to make a mistake. It's literally the only one that fits on there. The other ones are all different, so don't worry about that. You guys are not gonna make a mistake. It's the only one that literally works for it. So after that, we are going to take this yellow connector and put the main box there. Okay, so now we gotta do the exact same thing that we did with the main box cable, the one that connects with the bottom right here. And we are going to use this extension is the 3-pin extension. One thing that I didn't mention before is that the lights has 2 different ports. So there's an RGB lights and there's symphony lights. The symphony ones are the ones that had animations and can move, like the ones in the dashboard and the ones in the dashboard basically. And the other ones, like this one, has a 4-pin cable. Most of them are labeled by color, so you guys can see these ones are like orange or red, and these ones are white. And it has 3 pins, and the other one has 4 pins. Right? So keeping that in mind, we are going to use the extension with 3 pins that goes all the way to here. In my case, I will use the splitter. Okay. So let's do one here to have one light right here. The other one is going to be right here, and the power source right here in the middle. Okay, so what we are going to do is basically open a route to put this light in place. As you guys can see, it has this cable, and this cable has to be, of course, not visible to anyone, and we need to protect it to not get damaged. So the best path to do it is right here in this corner. So we are going to open it to have space enough to put the wire right there. And after we did that, be careful to not lose the screws. We can use one of this to remove, pry basically the piece out like this. And for the ones in the bottom, we can do this right here. It is out, none of the pins are broke. So we are going to install this piece right here. Don't push it all the way down, all the way in yet. Just feel the cables inside first, and once you guys did that, then you guys can put it. Right. Here it is. That's the position. And now we have the wire right here. So same history, just push it down. Be careful, we don't want to break the wires, but the wire's right here, okay? Back in place, and that's it. It is going to sit right here. That's the best position to do it. And now we have this cable right here, which basically has wires enough to be connected right here to the main box. And the main box is going to be connected to the yellow plug. That's right there. Okay, so this first light is now in place, and let's keep connecting the other ones. Okay, so we are going to put this one back. Always start from this side, it's gonna be easier. Then the other ones, and once all the pins are back in place, we just need to put back the screws, which are basically 2 screws. If you guys did everything the way I told you guys, it's literally a straight process, super easy to do. There's no way to commit a mistake here. So here's the first one, here's the second one. All right, now we can finally put this piece back. I know I told you guys to put it back before, but it's the same thing, so don't be mad at me. Right now everything is back in place. This piece is all connected together, and this is where it should go, and we can start doing the other ones. Basically a straight process, it's not hard, just putting the pieces back. And all right, let's connect it. So now we have our footwell lights right here. You guys can see they have 5 connections, okay? 5 connections. All of them are male, so make sure to read the labels. These ones, which are the long ones, are going to say rear footwell, and the other one's gonna say rear footwell too. So those ones are the ones for under the seats, and this one that says front footwell, and footwell light G are going to be our new connections. So the footwell wire G is the one that goes connected directly into the main box. And as I said before, this is a 4-pin connection. It's an RGB light. It's not the same as the Symphony. So these ones are going to be our front ones. The short, which is this one, can be connected right here. This one, which is the right, can be connected right here. And then the long ones have to go all the way inside the main center console, under the driver's seat and the passenger seat. So what are we gonna do before connecting the light to the main box, or after? That's up to you. We are going to run these wires to their position. So we are going to take this light, and going right here, we are going to find the path to leave the light under this side. Same with the other one. If we are going to put this one inside, and right here, we are going to take the other side, the other one that says front, which is this one. It says front footwell too, and we are gonna do the same, but for that side. So we are going to put it inside all the way. Okay, so now this is how the cables are basically going to look when they are down there. I got 2 right here. So one, the short one, is gonna be for the front. It's gonna be right there. It's basically the footwell light, and the other one is for under seat. In the same situation for the other side, I got the one for the front footwell light, and the long one is for under the seat, which is basically gonna be the footwell light for the passengers. So now we're gonna have to use the same extension that we use for the other splitter, but this one is orange or red and has 4 pins instead of 3. Why? Because we are going to connect it right here to the center light, the one that we made with the drill, and that one is going to be connected right here into the main. Okay, so we have all the connections there, everything is connected. So what are we going to do now is to organize a little bit the wires. That's up to you guys. I don't need to show you how to organize the cables, but basically we are going to put them into this position and put a little bit of tape. Of course, I'm going to use the same tape that I always use. And if you guys can get the same tape, use the tape right here into these connections, so it guarantees that lights are not gonna get disconnected after. And if they are vibrating a little bit inside the plastics of the car, they are not going to cause any sound, because the tape is basically gonna be soundproofing. Okay, so with everything right here, let's organize the wires. Put the main module connected down there. We can use the double-sided tape that comes with the kit. Put it all the way in the middle part, right there inside, and then we can put the screen back. Okay, so let's do that. In order to install these ones, which are basically the ones that goes right here, we need to put the AC unit before, so we are not going to put them now. Mistake to put them now. Let's save them for a little bit later, but we can install the splitter that we are going to use with those two. So let's connect the splitter right here, and it is connected right here, and we are going to leave the wires here because those things are going to be, well, we need to connect the AC unit and everything, so we are going to leave the wires right there, organize them, and we are just going to leave them right here in this position before we connect those ones. Those are going to be our last pieces, so we have to make the connection first, and then we can connect the other ones. Okay, so the kit comes with this double-sided tape, so we are going to take the big one because that's the one that is supposed to be connected here to the module, and we can remove the sticker that says main module box. We don't need that. Let's put this one there just to not cover the QR code put in there, and let's start organizing the wires. For this thing, I like to use the tape. Just take a little bit of tape, cut it and put right here in the connector. Don't make a lot of force right here. Don't try to hold it super strong, because we don't want to be pushing the clip that holds it in place all the time. We just need to cover it, make sure it doesn't move, but without applying force to this area, because the pin is right there and we need to hold it right. So after that, this is the wire that we're gonna leave in one side. So basically our idea here is to take out this double side tape and put the kit all the way down here. This is the part that we are going to install the kit. Remember to clean the dust first, and then we are going to put the main module right there so the screen doesn't touch it and nothing touch it and cause heat or anything to it. It doesn't cause any rattling sound, so it's better to leave it right there all the way down. Okay, so I organized all the wires. I ended up putting the main box right here into this area. It's attached dead, so it's not gonna move. And this is basically all the wires from the screen. These are all the wires for the screen. As you guys can see, here is a little bit of space to put the wires inside. So these are going to be our connectors for this and the other one. You can leave them right here, and the IC connection is going to push them in place so they are not going to move, and we can connect the other ones. So the first thing that we gotta do right here after everything is connected and back in place is putting the screen. So let's connect the screen. Here's the entire unit. The white, actually the blue connector can be left right there, and it goes connected right here. So there's no way to remove it when you guys remove the entire unit. So let's put it back in place. Let's start connecting everything. First, this connector goes right here. There's no way to commit a mistake. All of them are literally perfect fit, so don't get too scared about these connections. There's no way to make a mistake here. They are all labeled by colors and they just go in one place. The only one that is similar to the other ones is the black that goes here, but if you guys can check properly, this connector right here is not the same as the other one. So the white goes here and the black goes here. Again, there's no way to commit a mistake. Once we are here, we have these two connectors right here, and we have these R2 connectors. I forgot to say, guys, be very careful with the screen connectors. They are super sensitive, and the best way to make sure that they are fully connected is by pulling a little bit the wires, not a lot, and make sure that they clip when you guys connect them. They are not supposed to be hard to connect. Just plug in, and you guys are supposed to hear the clip. Those things are supposed to be connected perfectly. If something is off, if something is making a shortcut, you guys can destroy your main unit, and they are not super expensive, but we are not supposed to damage it, okay? So with that in mind, everything is connected. We have left over just these two connectors, which are the ones for the AC unit. So we can take our drill or of our screwdriver if we are using it, and put the two screws back. Okay, remember the screen has two clips right here in this part, so we have to push it until we hear the clips, and then we put the two screws, and everything is going to be in place. Don't over tight the screws, just enough. That's why I like to use a screwdriver to tie them. Just enough, but not a lot. You guys understand, I'm not putting a lot of effort. So once we do that, we are going to take these ones. This is the main AC unit, and just leave it there connected. It has two plugs. Again, no way to make a mistake there. And we can take our two wires and leave them connected to our pieces. So let's connect them. One, take the wire that's here, and connect it two. I'm going to put the tape back. Put it there. Done. Actually, we can put it here like this, kind of put it in position, pushing these wires and leaving the connector inside right here, and same with the other one, leave the connector inside. And having it like that, we can push it down. You guys put it in the correct position, you guys will notice that you guys can still move this piece and the wire is not in the middle. So just put them here, be careful with the wire, and put all in the position, and then start by all at the same time, okay? Here you go, that is tucked into place. Now we are going to do the same thing with the other one, all at the same time. Just put it into the correct position, make sure all the pins are in, and as long as you hear that everyone is in position, just go and put it inside. Now we have it, everything's back in place. We can put these ones back. Same with the other one. Actually, there's no need to remove these ones, but if you guys want to do it, you guys can do it. Okay, so that's pretty much it for the front dashboard. Everything is in place. And next step is going to be our footwell lights and then the doors. In this case, we can try and we can test that everything is working fine and correctly. So I'm gonna connect the battery and test if it's working fine. Okay, so we downloaded the app. There's here in the manual, there's gonna be a QR code. The only thing that you guys need to do is Basically, scan the code and open the app. This is the app. You guys have to, with the car on, go here to the Bluetooth area and search for the device, then say connect. So now the car is literally recognizing the module, which means that everything's fine. And in order to do the settings, graba el celular, de cerquita. In order to do the settings, we are going to come here to factory settings and put the password. The password is gonna be 1689, so 1689. Put confirm and put the 2, 3, 4, 5, and here in the 8 and put confirm. And as long as we did it, everything is going to be working completely fine. Those are lights, so here's the symphony lights, and this is how they look. We go here to open and close, carding, pull carding. There's a lot of different modes that we can try. Even detailing modes. If you go here to monochrome and put sync RGB, that's going to be synchronized with your lights, so we can change the colors right here. This is basically how they look, and well, everything is working pretty fine. Okay, so right now is the turn of the rest of the car. Basically, this car is 2 doors only, so it's easy for me. I'm sorry if you guys have the 4-door version. It's gonna be at least 2 hours more if you guys don't have experience, of course. In my case, it's basically just a 2 doors. So I'm gonna show you guys how to disassemble these doors. Okay, so this is the last step of this car. It's not hard, to be honest. This is more time consuming, but it's not hard. In this car, this is how we do it. Most of the cars just need to remove this, like the window, motor, buttons and everything. So this thing just pries out with this. Of course, this one is flat and it's thin enough to fit inside here and inside here. In my case, for this Civic, there's a small tab right here that you guys can fill it with your fingers. So if you guys are strong enough, just don't do that. Be careful. But just pull with the fingers right there and it's gonna be fine. You guys are be able to remove this part. It's not hard to remove. I did a lot of effort, so that's it. And then we're gonna have 2 screws right here. 2 screws right here, which are basically super easy to remove. One more here. One more here, inside, all the way inside. Which is longer than your 2, so there's no way to get confused there. There's a small piece right here that can be removed with the hook. There's gonna be a small circle inside, and then after removing that, there's gonna be a screw inside. That is the screw that is holding the door in this case. Here is the screw. This is the case for Civic Si, and actually it does have one more screw right here under. So this car has 2 screws inside, not the same as the other ones. Right, there's another long screw, and that's basically it. There's a small tab right here close to the speaker side, and you guys can put the fingers there and start pulling back. There you go. With the hand, like this, like this. Basically, same way all around. And after we pull all of them, can remove the door panel. We can move the door a little bit and remove all the pins inside. right here for this area. If we remove this one before, it's gonna be easier. It's gonna be straight out. If not, just take the pins out in this position and that's it. It's gonna be 2 connectors that we can remove. This is basically how the door looks without it. So once we are here, we are going to start with the footwell light, with the handler light. Okay, so this is basically how the handler lights come, and if you guys see, those are 4 handle lights, and they actually come with a bit for the drill. So we are going to use the bit first, and we are going to make the hole right here into this position. Okay, so we are going to take the bit, and right here in the middle, could be right here in the middle, right here. Right, that's it. Just made the hole there. So I have one light right here, and the bag came with these ones too. These are basically these ones, and these are basically stickers that are going to hold our light in place. So we need to put this thing right here, remove the adhesive, protector, which is the white layer. And after we did this, we can pull this cable behind and tuck into place. That's it. That's gonna be our first light, just right there. All right, so in the case of the harness, this is our left harness. It says right here, it says left front door subcontroller harness. So this one is going to be connected directly into the main, which is this one right here. This is the one that provides the power. So right here we are going to connect the left one, right? It did the clip, and then this is the one that is basically going to provide the power to the main, well, to the sub module. So we can leave that one there, and we can move to the other ones. Okay, so right now we got the door panel. This is basically how it looks from the other side. In your guys' case, if you guys have the complete kit, the idea is to remove all the screws right here, push these pins, and then this piece, the chrome piece, basically, this one is gonna go out, and you guys are be able to connect the other one there. In my case, I will not replace that one, so it's not necessary, but I will do it because I want to fit the other light inside. So let's start with the other ones. First is going to be our light right here, the ones for storage, and the other ones. So, okay, so our next step is to connect the storage light. This is the one that goes right here, and it's gonna be lighting all this area. So for that, we're gonna use the same bit that we used for the light in the middle before. And with this one, we are going to be able to put the light right here. So let's get the drill again. So we have the bit right here, and the idea is to put the light right here into this area. So the drill goes right here and starts drilling. Here we go. So right now we are going to fit this cable inside and put the light right here and push. All right, here it is. That's how it's gonna look. It's not noticeable from under, to be honest. And here's the plastic that we remove. Okay, so here we go. This is how it looks from the other side. And the handle light is right here. So we are going to put the lights right here in this area. The idea right here, when we are here, is to get the module that says left front door in this case. It says left front door, and we are going to locate it here. Here it has space enough to be installed right there. So we are gonna get the adhesive again, put it here in front of it, don't push a lot, right here, and this is a nice position for it. This one goes right here. And this piece goes out. If we had the other lights, the ones that replaces the sunroof panel, we were going to remove these ones. We could just leave the cable right here and connect it to the sub module. But in this case, we are not going to use it because, as I said before, this is the Si module, which means it's way bigger than the other one, so they don't fit properly in this car. But if you guys buy the regular version from Carputech, you guys are not gonna have that problem. It fits in all the vehicles that have 4 doors. In my case, my vehicle have 2 doors only, which means that I am going to use these lights instead. Actually, I'm seeing that it has a lot of space, so I could possibly put it all the way to 10. So I'm starting it from here. Careful with the fabric, we want to put it back. So, careful with that. Here we go. Put it inside. Right here. It's okay there. We're going to take this piece back, put it back into place. So, when I do that, I want to go here and start from here. This piece going back into its place, then start pushing it right there. We can take this one if you want, just push it. Or we can pull it a little bit, put it right there. We have it out there, push it back in place. We are going to take this little extension again, the one that we have here, and basically put it here and go here to this area and put it just right there. Okay, so basically right this moment we have access to the lights. The lights are right here, so we can just put everything back together. Alright, so this is basically the result that we are looking for. The lights are installed, the one right here is installed. The SIM module is installed and glued in a position where the screws can be installed perfectly and it's not taking a lot of space of the door. And nothing is gonna touch it. The storage light is installed and the handler light is right there in the door. I didn't want to put the speaker light on the end. It's just because of the way I like it. But if you guys want to do it, the only thing that you guys need to do is to put the splitter. Let me show this to you guys. It's basically the same splitter that we use in the front dashboard. So use the splitter and connect the other cable right here. Once we are here, our next step and last step with the doors is basically connecting everything. So we are going to take this one, which is the extension that we installed before. Basically the front connector extension. It is connected to the main harness. Again, there's no way to make a confusion there. It's the only way possible to connect it. And we are going to take the handle light. It's a red connector, so it's going to be connected directly to the orange part, same as the discharge light and the main module. And after we do that, we are ready to put it back again. Here you go. Everything completely fine right here. So right now, basically, I'm here inside the car. It's nighttime, so it's better for the video. You guys can check it better. This is how the lights look inside the car right at this hour. Of course, there's different designs. This is not like the most common one. I just wanted to show you guys the different options that we have for you. So right here in this area, you guys can check the color of the footwell lights, the handle lights, the storage lights. All the same time. And if we go here to Symphony, right here in the app, you guys can change all your options. You guys can see that the car has some Symphony lights, dream color lights, the way you guys want to call them, and well, basically a lot of different effects. I don't like to use it a lot, to be honest. I like the way the car looks with a solid color. So if you guys can want to use a solid color, just hit synchronize RGB and then go to plain color, and you guys will be able to swap the colors too and put a solid color in the entire car, or basically use one for someone like this. We put this one in green, and if I go to song number 2, we will be able to use the other ones. Yeah, this is basically how it works. I wanted to let you guys know, if the front dashboard light doesn't go all the way to the end, you guys have to go here to settings, then go all the way down and push factory settings. There is going to be, into the instruction manual, there's going to be a code for your specific lining kit, but most of the times it's going to be 1688 or 1687. That's it. 1689 actually. So in this case, for this module, it's going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 into the car model dial, and then the function is going to be the 8. But this is the way it works with this kit. Okay, so if any of the lights doesn't go all the way to the end, you guys can select the light right here. So you guys can see that it says 140. If I go to this area and I go less than this one, you guys can see it there, right? So it is because it has less lights, so it's not going all the way to the end. So what you guys have to do is basically push it, find the correct one and push it until it goes all the way to the end, like that. 55, and this one was in 140. Or, well, you guys can just put the option, and once you guys finish that, it's going to be all the way to the end. That's basically how it works. But yeah, that's basically it. This is how the kit looks in this car. Remember, this is one of my daily cars. We have more styles. This is the one that I personally like the most, so that's why I choose it. But you guys can use more different styles. Okay, so right now I'm moving the brightness with the buttons, because we have 2 buttons here, right here into the factory section. So you guys can select the colors and move the brightness from there too. So yeah, that's basically it. Civic Si 2019 with the kit installed, the instructions and everything. Let's see your results, guys. I just didn't want it to install the speaker lights. Personal preference. I don't like the way it looks into my Civic 19 because it has a ton of lighting into the footwell area, but it's my personal case. Actually, for my Accord 2.0 that is right there outside, I like the way it looks. so I got the speaker lights. That's why I didn't install it into this one, but I like the way they look into your one. So that's personal preference. Personally, I don't like it, but most of the people like it. So that's up to you guys. Of course, they turn off if we turn off the ignition or the car. If we push the button again, they will go off and on. So that's basically the way it works.